Kublai pi baro kinigilong ki kubor bam takasngi. Chief Electoral Roll Officer CEO ke Meghalaya Dr. B.D. Tiwari IAS hagasngi balang ulapan tip ulapan mi patba ek draft electoral roll hapo ke Special Intensive Revision SIR arhajar arpnriu. Na kabenta baro nripho tali ki Assembly Constituencies haki khat tali ki district jong ka jilla. Ringkat berkeni kapur pantep claims but objections kalas dang nadu ke santrik nailar hadu ke sautrik nailur arhajar arpnriu. Habkran shikilar pathai kubor u Dr. Tiwari ulaong balapin mi ia ke draft electoral roll katkom ka program balapin na da ke Election Commission of India ECI labu iki copy haki office jongki district election officers but electoral registration officers. Kiseng son perthai bala itu patba kila yo ka wei ka hard copy but ki dur but ka wei ka soft copy klemdur. Kat ba ki traditional heads kila yo hard copy klemdur. Ki boot level officers BLOS ru kila yo ya ki copy ban pensuk ya ki patba ban pet bat penshisha ya ki kerteng. U CEO ulai thu bahag jumpelong ya ki chispa person house to house verification ki nong tray election kila pendap ya ki jingjurip ya arflai lak saup khandai hajar nrius pa saup sangot ki nong thap von. Lingba ka jing ai bat lom ya ki enumeration form napdeng kini lai pulai pon not iway person kilala ban penyadai bat ke electoral roll jong ka SIR arhajar san. Saup khandai pon pulai person kilasha penyadai lingba ki jingtim jong ki kmi ki kpane ki temen. Arlang arfu arhajar news pa prapunriungun khandai pon saup person kim shimlala ban sha penyadai bat ka database jong ka SIR arhajar san. Balabu yaki hapo ka kerdan no mapping. Kiba on sabishar bnia hakapor jong ka claims but objections. Hagajing jurip lalap ru ya shilak prapo hajar saus pa arngun nyo point nripu pra person kiba hapo ka kerdan absent, shifted, disease but duplicate ASDD. Kini ki kentup ya prapo hajar saus pa handai pongun kibla klan laipun sauf nyo person. Saup san hajar khat wengut kiba omdan shnong ne omla banab. Iwe point khandai pu ar person. Saup pu ar hajar san spa lai pu ar ngut kibla shnong pat ba shawe. Iwe point prap we person. Sau hajar nru spa nru pu prangut kibla kentaj ban pediang ya ke enumeration form. Nru hajar nyu spa iwe ngut kibadon jingyaso arsian ha ke electoral roll not point ar khandai person. Baro gini ki kerteng la wengno na ka draft electoral roll katkum ka draft electoral roll bathamai ka Meghalaya menta ka don arphuai lak rip khandai hajar arspa supply ngun ki nong thep vote ki bakanthum yashphau lak san phulai hajar rip khandai ngut ki shinrang khatwei lak khandriu hajar shispa rip khandai ngut ki kanthei san ngut ki third gender u Dr. Tiwari ulapan tipru bahadian ka jingpen bet thamai ya ki polling stations ke Election Commission kalamen jur ban penkiu ya ke jingedon jong ki polling stations na lai hajar sanspa sanphuwe sha lai hajar nruspa lai pnyo ban pensuk ya ki patba ban thep won. U CEO laban jur bagani ka draft electoral roll kam day satya ka final electoral roll. Kumta ula kerpat ya baro kinong thep won ki badai hok ban petnya ya ki jingtip jongki. But ban thep claims ne objections shwa ka sautrik unailor arhajar arpnriu. Ka jing bishar ki claims but objections ka nong nadu ka santrik unailar hadu ka laitrik urisau arhajar arpnriu. But ka final electoral roll on pynmih patba haka nyutrik urisau arhajar arpnriu. Ulo ang bagitu ki bala don kerteng haka draft roll bar ki bala sha penyadai bar ka database jong ka SIR arhajar san kimdan kambane issue. Henry kitu ki baladon kerteng. Henry kim sham lala ban sha penyadai barka SIR arhajar san database kinyo jingpentem na u electoral registration officer nena u boot level officer BLO ban wan shaka hearing ringkat barki kot gisla kumka birth certificate, passport, educational certificate, pension documents, permanent resident certificate, government identity card, bat kiweki kot balakdo dak Election Commission. U Dr. Tiwari ulapan syairu bagitu ki belakan taj ban pediang ya ke enumeration form kim syamladu ya ke jingelong nong India. Tang balaweng no shipor ki kerteng na ka draft electoral roll lada ki dei hok ban thep vote kila ban apply biang link ba ka form 6 but on sabi shahar kat kum ki kendon an. Hagabakot Chief Electoral Officer Ulabanjur baka Special Intensive Revision SIR kalong tang kajung pensisha ya ka Electoral Roll but kam day satya kalat banrai ya ka jungyalong nong India jang uno. Ula kerpat iki sengsan perthai ki dorbar hima bar kiwi ki traditional institution ki civil society organizations ki lat pathai kubor but ya baro ki pait ba bakin yishim benta pura ha kapor jung ka claims but objections ban pentikna Baka electoral roll jong Meghalaya kanong kabatikana kabakanthop lang ya baro
2026 as per schedule provided by Honorable Election Commission of India for the publication of Draft Electoral Roll for Special Intensive Revision 2026. All 60 assembly constituencies in the 12 districts, the draft roll has been published. It is in accordance with the program announced by ECI, and this publication marked the commencement of the statutory period of filing of claims and objections, which will be from 5th August 2026 today till 4th September 2026. The draft electoral roll has been published at the offices of district election officers, electoral registration officers, AEROs and in all polling stations in the state. Copies of the draft electoral roll have also been handed over to the authorized representatives of recognized national and state political parties, with one hard copy containing photographs and one soft copy without photographs. In addition, one hard copy without photograph has been shared with the traditional head, Darbar Snong, Nokma and other designated public institutions to facilitate public inspection, as well as photocopies of the electoral roll has been given to the BLOs for further needful action. In this SIR 2026, it involved an intensive house-to-house verification exercise carried out by the election machinery across the state. The exercise achieved 100% distribution and digitization of enumeration forms covering all 23,49,645 electors in the state. The SIR has enabled comprehensive verification and digitization of state's electoral database, and out of total 23,49,645, 7,75,665 electors, that is 33.01%, have been successfully mapped as self with their own electoral record linked to the Special Intensive Revision 2005 database. 11,70,792 electors covering 49.83% have been mapped as progeny with their records linked to the electoral roll of their parents or grandparents available in the SIR 2005 database. Remaining 2,22,786 electors could not be linked with the SIR 2005 records and have been categorized under the no mapping category. These cases will undergo detailed verification during the notice phase, disposal of claim and objection, which is starting from today. During this enumeration phase, total 1,80,402 electors, that is 7.68% of total electors, were identified under absent, shifted, deceased and duplicate ASDD categories. The category-wise details are: deceased are 81,490, that is 3.47%. Untraceable are absent are 45,011, that is 1.92%. Permanently shifted 42,532 or 1.81% of electoral roll. There are 4,668, which is 0.20%, who refused to take enumeration forms, and total 6,701, which is 0.29%. They are indicated as duplicate, means already enrolled somewhere. Based on the verification completed during the house-to-house exercise, the Electoral Roll 2026 contains 21,69,243 electors, comprising 10,53,039 male electors, 11,16,199 female electors, and 5 third gender electors. The Election Commission of India has approved the rationalization of polling station in Meghalaya, resulting the creation of 86 new polling stations, and this time the electors upper cap is 1200 per booth. The limit is, and total number of polling stations in the state of Meghalaya has increased now from 3,551 to 3,637. As once we started SIR exercise, that time the 3,551 polling stations were there, but we have published the draft for 3,636 polling stations, which is expected to enhance voter convenience and improve accessibility to polling stations across the state. So as per the summary which already been shared, now in the draft electoral roll there are 21,69,243 electors, and all 1,80,402 electors under ASDD categories are now being removed from the electoral roll, as their name is not been appeared. We further reiterate that the draft electoral roll is not the final electoral roll. Every eligible elector had the opportunity to verify their particulars and file claims or objections during the statutory period from 5th August to 4th September, and authorities will dispose of all these claims in between 5th August till 3rd of October. So electors are advised to check their names also through this voter service portal, is http://voter.eci.gov.in or http://ceomeghalaya.nic.in, or through ECI Net app, or through their respective booth level officers or the office of concerned electoral registration officer. So a very important advisory through all the media person to all the electors: if your name appears in the draft electoral roll and is successfully mapped with the SIR 2005 record, no further action is required in those cases, so which is more than around 90% of the total electorate. So, but in case of your name appears in the draft electoral roll but is not mapped in the SIR 2005 records, you will receive a notice from the electoral registration officer through BLO, and you are requested to appear for the hearing on the scheduled date, time and venue with the required supporting document. And as you are also aware, the list of the supporting documents already been given back side of the enumeration form, but for the general information I would like to further mention: any identity card, pension payment order issued to a regular employee, pensioner of any central government, state government or PSU, any identity card, certificate, document issued in India by the government, local authorities, banks, post office, LIC, PSUs prior to 1st July 1987, birth certificate issued by the competent authority, passport, matriculation or educational certificate issued by recognized board and universities, permanent residence certificate issued by the competent state authority, forest right certificates, OBC, ST, SC certificate or any caste certificate issued by competent authority, National Register of Citizen wherever it exists, it is not in Meghalaya, Family register maintained by government official under any statute administrative regulation. Any land, house, patta allotment certificate by the government. And for Aadhaar with certain restrictions, the Commission's direction issued wide letter dated 9 September 2025. And one another document is the extract of the SIR in the previous other states, whoever shifted. So 13 states already completed the SIR process in the first two phases and the intensive revision process in the state of Assam. So they can also produce those extracts. So these are the documents which will be produced along with the filing of claim and objections once they come for the hearing. So those people whose record has not been mapped with the SIR 2005 database. This be processed strictly in accordance with the provision of Representation of the People Act 1950, the Registration of Electors Rule 1960, and the instructions issued by the Election Commission of India after due verification, issuance of the notice wherever required, and providing the concerned electors an opportunity to be heard. During the period of filing claim and objections, Electoral Registration Officer shall also invite advance application in Form 6 for the subsequent qualifying date of 1st October 2026. Means whoever is attaining age of the 18 year by or before of that 1st October, they can apply in the Form 6. To promote transparency, the list of ASDD electors under this 1,80,000. So as well as the list of electors whose name are not included in the draft electoral roll have been hosted on the website of Chief Electoral Officer Meghalaya and respective district election officers website and displayed at the offices of the block development officers, municipal board, polling station, indicating the probable reasons for non-inclusion. So, we have directed all district election officers, EROs and AEROs to ensure that every claim and objection is disposed of in a fair, transparent and time-bound manner by passing reasoned speaking order in accordance with the law. So we appeal to all the electors, recognized national and state political parties, booth level agents, traditional institutions, Darbar Snong, Nokma, civil society organization, media houses, and all stakeholders to actively participate during the period of filing claims and objections to ensure that every eligible citizen is included and the electoral roll remains clean, accurate, inclusive, and error-free. The final electoral roll will be published on the 7th October 2026 after disposal of all claims and objections in accordance with the statutory provisions. So the claim objections are if their name is not there and if they are eligible citizen, they can apply in the Form 6. So all the exercise has been done very transparent way, and our office of the Chief Electoral Officer on behalf of the Election Commission of India, we would like to extend our sincere thanks and gratitude to all stakeholders, including the election officials, the district election officers, EROs, AEROs, BLO supervisor, the BLOs who are one of the most important worker on the ground, the booth level agents, media, political parties, local institutions, civil society organizations at all, because the support we received, it is enormous, and without that smooth conduct of the 701.
So, what will happen? Whether they will also come for this claims and objection?
They are in the other places, they already enrolled. So, since they already enrolled, so they can remain in only one place. So why they have not enumeration form, they have not submitted back.
But so far, how many has been removed from the electoral roll?
Total, as I already told, 1,80,402 electors.
So they can, through claims and objection, they can re-enroll themselves.
If they found and it is anything happen, they can further, all the opportunity will be provided.
Can you give us a district-wise breakup? Can you read out? Deletion.
Yes, I can read out. In the West Jaintia Hills are 10,570. In Ribhoi, 15,669. In East Khasi Hills, 69,986. And in percentage, in East Khasi Hill is 11.07%. West Khasi Hill, 7,907, 5.47%. In East Garo Hill, 9,255, which is 8.06%. In West Garo Hill, it is 29,532, that is 7.44%. South Garo Hill, 7,839, which is 7.09%. East Jaintia Hill is 7,626, that is 7.3%. And 3,468 in Southwest Khasi Hill, that is 4.3%. 11,735 in North Garo Hill, that is 8.16%. 4,212 in Southwest Garo Hill, that is 3.87%. And 2,603 in the Eastern West Khasi Hill, that is 2,603, and that is total 2.78%.
So the total electors has come down from 23 lakh to
1 lakh.
1 lakh.
So you mentioned about this increasing number of polling stations. If you can mention.
Data is also being shared. So all the data district wise will be shared. So that is perhaps in the East Khasi. There will be the number of BLOs will also increase from 3,551 to 3,637. So new BLOs already been appointed and they are being provided training, and they will dispose of these claim objections as per this rationalized list of the polling stations.
So whether this claims and objection, the electors they have to go to some designated point, some designated place.
They will give the date and time also and the place also. Normally they give either in the community halls or in the polling stations. So accordingly the as per the convene, they can approach to the BLOs. But for the claim and objection hearing, all those people who could not be mapped with the previous SIR database, they have to appear for the claim and objection hearing. So notices will be given to them.
Those house who have been they are not accepted as SIR.
Force. We tried our best, and our election officials has reached them. They try to distribute, but once they refuse, we can't enforce them ki you have to do that.
But their name will be removed for it.
It will be, since they have not filled the enumeration form willingly, and we are bound to. So their name is not appeared in this draft electoral roll itself. So if they are interested, they can file the form 6 and they can re-include it in the voter list.
So they can claim as a citizen if they are not enrolled in the SIR to
They will remain citizen. They will remain citizen. It's not they are losing their citizenship. But moreover, their name will not appear in this electoral roll, and they are not willingly, they refuse to take the enumeration form as their name was already there in the voter deferred as per mandate. And those total AFDD list, it is of 1,80,402. We have identified, and their name is being, it is not appeared in the draft electoral roll.
So you are saying there is no illegal migration in Meghalaya?
This is the verification of existing electoral roll. So we verified all the electoral roll. We are confined to that electors who are there in the electoral roll, and this exercise is to verify those existing electors only. And after this legal process, due verification, who will remain in the electoral roll, whose name will not appear, that is as per the due process, as per mandate of the RP Act and the registration of elector rule.